YouTube, it's Above Average Cody, and that's right, Halo Infinite Ranked is a nightmare. And hold on, I know what you're thinking, it's just Above Average Cody again complaining about the desync, complaining how he's hard stuck in Diamond. That is not at all the topic of today's video. Now, this video idea came to me when the homie Goose the other day, he's been Onyx 1600, Onyx 1700, he was talking after losing a few games and pretty much saying, why am I even bothering doing this? And that is kind of where I want to start. Ranked, although competitive and the whole environment is very fun, very enjoyable to me and a lot of other people, I feel like the current state of this entire ranked experience is in fact a nightmare. And where I kind of want to start with that is, again, not the desync, not the issues, not even anything that I am personally experiencing right now. I want to open up with just the entire layout of Halo Infinite. Now, there is a very big skill gap in Halo Infinite compared to some other arena shooters, guys. And I know a lot of people say there's not a skill gap, blah, blah, blah. There is quite a large skill gap. I'm not going to go into severe detail here because that is not the main topic of this video. But if you take a bunch of platinum players and take a bunch of diamond players, there is a large skill difference there. Generally, 9 times out of 10, the group of diamond players, true diamond players, should beat the group of true platinum players. And then another example, Onyx 1500 players against Onyx 2000 players, although for face value, they are the same exact rank. The Onyx 2000 players are going to beat them 10 times out of 10, and I'm willing to bet that. One further example, guys, if you take a platinum player, 1v1 against Lucid to 30 kills, chances are Lucid could win 30-0, because that is how big the skill gap is. In Call of Duty, maybe the lower level player could get 5, 6, 7 kills, just out of pure luck, pure headshots, whatever. But the skill gap in Halo is very large, which makes it a hard game. It comes easier to some. I know, I'm going to have 3 or 4 Onyx players down there saying, oh, I solo queued to Onyx 1700, it was a cakewalk. For some people, the game does come easy. I'm not going to deny that. For some people, it comes hard. There's a lot to learn in Halo, and that is where the skill gap comes from. Halo is inherently a hard game to be very good at because it requires a lot of gun skill, a lot of smart plays, and a lot of brain power to handle these different objective game modes. Okay, now that we've laid that out, what is the problem? It is how unrewarding this rank system is. And I'm not talking about the SR gains and losses because I have brought that up before and I've used the terminology of calling that not rewarding, and everybody's like, oh, a rank system shouldn't be rewarding. No, we play games to... Why do we even play games, guys? Some of us play it to compete, some of us play it to get better, and some of us want to be the best players that have ever lived. That is probably about 1% of a game's population. The majority of us play games to have fun, guys. And although the competitive environment, the skill gap, the hours of grinding, trying to climb rank is very fun, I feel like this system just is not fun. To go back to the story I gave you with Goose being a high Onyx player and being like, why am I doing this? There really isn't any reason. Like, say I'm hard stuck diamond, I'm grinding to Onyx. What comes after Onyx? Sure, I want to try competing and things like that, but for the average player, once you hit the rank you want in this specific game in Halo Infinite, there is nothing else to do. Why are we even bothering? And again, we're playing it for the enjoyment, but the enjoyment only goes so far some games, especially when you lose 5, 6, 7 games in a row, guys. And that's where I want to reference the current Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 ranked system. You get rewards for wins, you get skins for how many games you played and whatnot, and just, it is so rewarding even for the overall ranked level. There is a rank level. When you get so many wins, you level up in the rank system while also progressing your career progression on the side. So when you play ranked for 10 days straight and say you want to finally go back to casual, your level in the casual rank, the career progression, was going up as well. There are so many different bars and so many different things progressing in that game that even when you are getting stomped in ranked, there is still motivation to keep going, keep playing for that win. And even if you hit your target rank, you want to keep playing because you want to raise your rank level. You want to show people that you are absolutely grinding your balls off in this rank system. But in Halo Infinite, guys, there is nothing like that. Once you get to your rank and then you lose some games and go down, and then you win some games and go back up, like, you're basically just taking two steps forwards just to go 2 steps back and so on and so forth. And I feel like that is where the word unrewarding really comes in. And it's no secret, this game needs a career progression, but I I feel like even like with this, how perfect this rank system is. And I say perfect because I love the competitive environment of Halo Infinite. I'm not talking about the rank system specifically, just the gameplay, the competitiveness, and just there's something that about Halo Infinite that really scratches the competitive itch that I have, and I've gotten into detail on that before, guys. And it's a really fun game. But when you go on those losing streaks, those tough days, you're just getting absolutely stomped, be it by the desync, by the teams you're going against, or be it the players you're getting match made with that are sandbagging your team. It becomes very abysmal. It becomes very daunting. And when there's nothing to work on the side and nothing to progress towards except for that imaginary Onyx 15, 75, 74, whatever number, it becomes not fun. It becomes very silly. And then when you pair that with the desync, at times the unbalanced sandbox, the settings feel off every other game sometimes, the high ping, I'm on the Australian servers, and all of that on top of everything I just talked about, guys, that is where I feel this rank system is a nightmare. And please do not get it twisted, guys. I love streaming it. I love playing it. It is a blast, and it might be a little bit extreme to call it a nightmare, but I gotta overhype it up a little bit, guys, but it's still very fun. I still love to play it. It's just without these long stretch improvements, I do not think this rank system is able to keep the attention span of more kind of people bridging the gap between casual and competitive, because there's plenty of people that don't like social to the point where they're a true casual and they do enjoy the ranked environment, but they're not there to go pro. They're there just because they enjoy the BR starts and a environment where everybody is trying to win. But I don't feel like you keep the attention of those players with the current system. Obviously, eventually people have to get stuck at a rank and are forced to improve. That happens in every aspect of life. But perfect fitness. If you're working out, guys, eventually you plateau and you have to do things to push yourself further to improve. Because again, that's not where my main complaint lies. My complaint lies with there is no reason to push past that plateau, especially with how much it feels like this game locks you in, which could be mainly due to the skill gap in Halo, but there's no reason to push through, no reason to get better, and some days there is just no reason to continue to play, and that is why I think the ranked right now is a nightmare. It's not perfect by any means. It's still fun, it's still enjoyable, but unless you're a serious hardcore looking to scratch that competitive itch player, I feel like it's pretty easy to knock people out of this and have them not really want to play ranked anymore, if I'm being completely honest. And that's kind of where it comes from, with Goose being a high Onyx player, being like, why am I even bothering? Why am I even putting myself through this blender? And it leads to us sometimes getting off for a few hours, pondering why we're even playing the game, and then getting back on the game to play. But however, I think a lot of players do not make that final step to come back and play. And yeah, I think that pretty much sums up all my thoughts. This was a bit of a rant video. I don't really know how in the right or in the wrong I am here, but that's where I'm sure you guys are going to come in with all the comments. Please share all of your thoughts down below, guys. I read every single comment. I've been trying to reply to more lately, but there's just so many, and the support's been crazy, so thank you guys for that. But outside of that, subscribe to the channel. We're normally very positive with Halo Infinite. I feel like this one wasn't that negative. I feel like the title and the overall thought of it being a nightmare is a little more negative than I'm actually being. But yeah, subscribe to the channel, guys. We stream this 5 days a week, upload every day. Leave a like on the video. Already mentioned leaving a comment, guys. Share all of your thoughts. And then finally, channel membership. Super thanks. If you'd like to support monetarily, helps me out so much as a creator. But please, don't feel like you have to. But alrighty, guys, that does it for me. Hopefully you enjoyed this rant. Hopefully it made some sense to you guys. I don't know. I like to ramble in these videos, but that does it, guys. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tuned for the next video.